Okay, more playing with intervals, more messing around with the basic intervals that you know and love. This time, instead of adding an octave, instead of increasing the interval size by an octave, we're kind of going to do the opposite. We're going to take that upper note and bring it down an octave. Or basically what it means is we're flipping the interval on its head. Okay? An interval inversion is created by either raising the lower note or lowering the higher note by one octave. Okay, depending on what register we're in, where the notes are sitting on the staff, you may want to bring the lower note. Where's my little pointer guy here? You may want to bring the lower note, the C in this case, up the octave instead of the G down. If you bring the G down, you're working way down in ledger lines, and you can, but you might as well keep it simple. Okay, work in the octave. So in this perfect fifth, okay, we're given a perfect fifth. We move the C up the octave, and we now have the inversion of the perfect fifth, which in this case is a perfect fourth. Or sorry, which every time, a perfect fifth when you invert it is a perfect fourth. Okay? The sum of both the original interval and the inversion will always equal 9. There's a little trick here. There's a little bit of a shortcut. If you can figure out what the original interval is, you can immediately know what the resulting inversion will be. So whatever the interval is, okay, the resulting interval will give you a total of 9. So if you have an interval of a second, the inversion will be a seventh. If you have a third, the inversion will be a sixth. If you have a fifth, the inversion is a fourth. Sixth, the inversion is a third, and so on. Both numbers, both interval sizes will equal 9 every single time. Okay, the quality of the interval will also change correspondingly depending on what your original interval was. Major intervals become minor, minors become major, perfects remain perfect, diminished become augmented, and augmented become diminished. It's one of those weird things that was sort of figured out. Okay, so with a few examples, we'll do a couple. We'll do, let's say, 2 examples here, and let's go with, I don't know. Let's say the third, G to B. Okay, the second one down on the left-hand side. Now, very easily you can recognize this as a major third. Okay, well, I'll use my red, intimidating red. This is a major third. Okay, now to invert this, to keep it simple, we'll take the G and move it up the octave. So the B will stay put. The B will stay put. The G will move up. Okay, and we know from our sort of rules, we can change these things in 2 ways. The 3, whatever number here is here, adds up to 9 when you add them together. So this is an interval of a sixth, and we know that major intervals become minor when you invert them. Okay, majors become minor, perfects stay perfect, augmented to diminished, and diminished to augmented. All right, that's always the case, and you know it's true because you can even check it. Right, you can do the math and you can figure it. Okay, in the key of B major, I have 5 sharps. Wait, 5 sharps goes. Yeah, 5 sharps. I had to think for a second. G's should be sharp, right? So because this G is natural, it's been lowered a half step out of the key signature. It is a minor sixth, not a major sixth. You can do all that thinking work, all that brain work if you want, or you can also know that if this is a major third, the inversion will be a minor sixth because you know the rules. Okay. The rules, these guys right here, all that, okay, in the gray box. All right, one more real quick, just to finish off this lesson. Let's go with, what's this guy here? What's that do? Right beside. Yeah, right beside. Okay, F sharp to E. What's going on here? Let's see. Well, this is, of course, a seventh. We can do the math. In the key of F sharp major, we should have E sharps. Okay, we don't. This is an E natural. It's been lowered a half step out of the key signature. It's a minor seventh. Okay. And we know that the resulting interval, when we invert it, the inverted interval will be a second, because we have to add up to 9. Minor intervals become major. The resulting interval must be a major second. We know it because when we take this E down the octave, we have this interval, E to F sharp. Okay, you know that E to F sharp is a whole step. You know that E to F sharp is a major second. And it all works out like magic. Musical magic, we love it. All right, the last little bit, the next page is just a bit of review, so let's head over there right now. This page really is just for practice writing your intervals and writing your inversions at the top there, and then of course completing the following table. Remember, seconds become sevenths, fourths becomes fifths, everything adds up to 9. Perfects stay perfect, majors go back and forth with minors, and augmenteds and diminisheds also go back and forth, okay? So if you have any questions, obviously, let me know. And otherwise, have a good day, and we'll see you in the next lesson.